Good morning, everybody. Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here on a lovely day. It's actually quite warm. Yeah, really, really nice day. Bit breezy, but we haven't got the mics. We're going to go for it without, so we'll just see what happens. Right, it's Goatober. Every October we celebrate Goatober, where it's all about eating goat. It's something we don't do in this country. The rest of the world eats stacks of goat. In a lot of countries it's their staple. We don't tend to do it, and part of the process of producing goat milk is that you get a lot of billy goats, the boy goats, and they're slaughtered or they're euthanized at birth because there's no demand for their meat. So there's a guy called James Wetler, who probably a lot of you know, who did the last big green egg cookbook. And James runs a company called Cabrito, and so I bought my meat from him. So we bought a box, so we got a selection, so we're going to do a few dishes with that. So today we have we're going to do a keema, a goat keema, and then we're going to use that to make a keema pea dish, and we're also going to use it to make some keema naan, or try and make some keema naan. We've never done it before, so we'll make a normal naan to practice, and then we'll try a keema naan. So we're going to do that. We have some spicy and sweet goat chops, so we're going to cook those, and we've got some goat chunks that we're going to make into a tikka. Now I was going to make a curry, but we're making far too much already, so we will use that tikka. We might just have it aside, or we might put it in a curry later. Who knows? We haven't worked on that yet. Anyway, quick one. I want to say thank you to all of you. And the reason I'm saying that is because we get great numbers, like 20 or 30 people, often, sometimes more. And compared to a lot of the other people doing this sort of thing, those are great figures. And a lot of you watch it post-event, so thank you for that. And that means a lot to us when our house alarm goes off 3 times in the middle of the night. And at 4 o'clock this morning, I was standing out in our garden replacing batteries on a sensor. And yeah, Helena's not best chuffed. Anyway, I'm going to take this. So thank you for watching.
Oh, hello.
Here we go. So on camera today is Helena.
Morning.
Because Andrea is on holiday. No, she's not. She's gone out to lunch with a friend. So Andrea's not here. We have the stove out, the RB73. You all love these. Lots of you have bought them, I know. And we love it. We've got it lit. And it's keeping Mama warm. And no cocktail today. It's just pink fizz. We've just not had time. So anyway. So there will be nobody typing from our end today. Well, Mama might. I don't know.
No, she's
not
got
people.
I haven't.
Hooray. That would be dangerous.
Yes.
So nobody typing on our end. So if there are questions, Helena will try and scroll and pick them up. If you get a wonky camera angle, it's because she's probably reading your comments and forgetting all about me. Right, we need to get going. So we're going over there, Helena. I don't know why I brought it back here. So first dish of the 3, we're going to make the keema. So from Cabrito, I've got 600 grams. Sorry, it's just dripping it defrosted. 600 grams of goat meat. And what we're going to do is I've set this egg up with a wok. So I'm going to go in with a good few tablespoons of groundnut oil. And then we've got cassia bark, so cinnamon bark. Put some of that in. I'm going to put in 3 cardamom pods that I've just crushed and some cumin seeds. Now it's hot in here, so we're going to have to move quickly. We're going to go in with some garlic paste, garlic and ginger paste. Wow, I've got this egg really hot. That's all right. Garlic and ginger paste, so that's going in. We're just frying that. Awesome.
I might come the other side.
You can come wherever you want. Right. Then into that we've got some this stuff, Kashmiri masala, and some
Kasuri methi.
kasuri methi, which is, what plant's it from? Fenugreek leaves.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to get that in there. We're going to fry it. I'll just bang it down a little bit. Just going to close the bottom a bit. Oh God, that's got a kick. Fry that down. And then we're going in with a whole load of spices. So I've got tomato paste. I've got some mixed spice, some salt, a little bit of chili powder. Yeah. Wait.
This always happens when we're
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
If you do this indoors, everyone in the house will be. So you
Confidence
just
season.
yeah. So you just want to break those down a bit. I'm going to shut that while they. Try not to burn them, and then we're going to get our mince. And what we want to do is fry our mince really quickly. So, in with our mince. It's about 600 grams of goat mince. So I'm going to get my furthest one for the wok. Just break it down. What we need is some of the fat to come out of that. So I'm just going to shut it for a minute because it has got rather warm, and let that fry off. What's going to happen is the fat's going to come out. I might put a tiny bit more oil in. It does smell amazing, doesn't it? And by the way, all of these recipes, without the goat bit, are from Misty Ricardo's Curry Compendium. This is our absolute favourite curry cookbook. So go into my website, click on reviews, the book will be in there. It's a link to Amazon, and if you buy it, we'll get like 3p or something. But it does all add up, it really helps. So, go back in. Got to keep it moving because I don't want to burn all those spices. I don't want to burn the mince. And then once it's cooked off a bit, we're going to turn it down. Now we're going to use this with our peas in a bit. We're going to use it with our naan bread. Oh, that's better. A couple of minutes more. Right. So who have we got on, Helena? There you go. That's going to be really difficult.
Oh, okay. Now you've put me under pressure, having to master the camera again. We have got Daz Hopwood. We've got Barbecue Bill.
Morning, Bill.
We've got Cambridge Home and Garden.
Morning, Cambridge Home and Garden. I assume that's Ed.
We've got Craig Carver.
Morning, Craig.
We've got Churchwood Fisheries, who
Morning,
says,
Steve at Churchwood.
who says, morning all, Goatober. You got to be kidding.
Did you steal that one from Phil? I saw Phil Nurse today.
Jeanette's on.
Morning, Jeanette.
Pedro and Pickle.
Morning, Pedro.
Miguel is from in the Vale of Glamorgan.
Is that Miguel Sutcliffe?
Yes.
Yeah. Morning.
Karen
Miguel.
is at the RAF Museum in London.
She's watching us while at a museum.
Well,
Well
no,
done.
she's going to watch a little bit later. She just said
Okay.
she's.
Well
Jane
done, Karen.
is in watching from sunny Manchester.
Morning,
Harold's
sunny
on.
Manchester. Morning, Harold.
Kelly Bramall's on.
Morning, Kelly up in Scotland. Does a lot of work with Angus and Oink. We did the Kelly Bab this week on Thursday so Kelly used to. Kelly was the person who invented the Kelly Bab. It's delicious. If you've not done it, try it. Just Google it. The recipe is on our website with credit to Kelly. Angus and Oink, the spice people, now do. Kelly's got a rub with them. She does a lot of work with them, but she's got a rub. I'm just going to turn the kettle on because I need some water to go in there. Boiling water.
Okay, so Jeanette's on. UK Barbecue's on.
Morning, UK Barbecue.
Watching while she's in Waitrose.
Well, there you go. Watching in Waitrose. Could it get any better?
Binksy, a lovely lady.
Corinne.
Corinne, that's it. I couldn't think of her. Charlie.
Look at that. Have a look in there.
hello.
Look at the lovely colours. Lovely dark brown mince. It's all there. Good. Now we're going to add some water to it and simmer it. So just to break it down a bit more. It can be a little bit tough. Lamb and goat. So we're just going to add some water, simmer it, and it's going to take about 25 minutes. So we'll do some of the other dishes while we're doing that. So
Okay.
again, probably want a temperature a bit lower than you want for your wok because it's right down by the fire. Anyway, kettle boil. Stay there, Helen. Talk a bit more.
Okay, so Phil's just joined. Morning, Phil.
Nurse.
Yeah,
Morning, Phil.
he's doing a Kelly Bab tomorrow.
There you go.
Um,
Kelly's on fire. Well done, Kelly. Right, 300ml, 350ml of water.
Neil Stocker's just joined.
Morning, Neil. Look at the colours.
I'm going to come around the other side. Go
Okay. Yeah, go for it, Mama. So it's a kebab. So it's done on the spit. We haven't done one for you, but it's done on the spit. but it was invented, all the flavours were invented by Kelly Bramall, who's on the cook.
Right, okay.
And so it's been known as the Kelly Bab ever since,
Okay, thank you.
instead of the kebab.
Thank you.
Kelly took some time out from barbecue, went vegan for a while, and then has come back. So I don't think she's vegan anymore. Anyway, right, that we're going to give about 15-20 minutes. So we'll come back and have a look at it. But you can see it's boiling away. What we want to do is get it to dry up a bit, but break down that goat. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's some of the cardamom, so I was wondering what it was. Right, dish one, sort of done, apart from that's not a dish. It's one of the ingredients.
Components.
Yeah. So, dish two. We're going to make some spicy goat chops. Now, you could do all of this, you can do with lamb chops. I think Phil did this a couple of weeks ago and they looked incredible. So I thought we'd do them. And again, recipe is in here, apart from it's with lamb, not goat, but it says you can do it with whatever. Right, I might put my
As I
apron
say,
on.
would you like to put your apron on?
This is probably not the right colour jumper to be wearing with the amount of turmeric that we've got going on. Anyway.
Or generally for you to wear when you're cooking?
No, I do make an awful mess cooking. Anyway, that's just what happens. Right, into a bowl. We're going to make, I need some of my oil. We're going to make a little spice mix to go with our lamb. So I'm going to go in with about 4 tablespoons of oil. Feels like 4 to me.
That's just a neutral oil, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a ground nut I've got there. And then we're going to go in with spices and herbs and so on. So, in here, I've got dried mint, I've got coriander, I've got cumin, salt and pepper. All of the measures are on there. They can all go in. In this one, we've got some chili, some garam masala, tiny bit of garam masala. What am I missing? Spice mix. And this is a mixture of, and all of the recipes in this book need this, so make a batch. It's just garlic and ginger mashed up with a bit of water, and they can all go in.
Yeah, we make a pot and then just stick it in the fridge.
So I peeled 2 massive cloves of garlic this morning, and a good chunky bit of ginger, and made that. So we're going to get all those mixed up. So that is the spice mix. Now what you want to do, grab my goat chops.
He's summer prepared, isn't he?
No! I haven't prepared them at all. These ones I have. I'll just chop this off. So these are cabritos. Oh, lovely little goat chops. Oh, that one's a... So if you look at these, can you see? Now this should resemble a T-bone. So this is the fillet inside and this is the sirloin. So if you want a sirloin steak off a goat, it's not very big at all. But that's it. And the fillet steak is that tiny little round one there, and then you've got a bit of meat over the top. So we're going to pop these in. Now, this amount of mixture could probably do double, if not triple, this amount of chops. But anyway, I only got 6 chops. So I'm doing 3 now and 3 later. So what we're going to do is just whiz these. I'm going to get right messy. Get them, so all of that, oh, it smells delish. Get all of that flavour into them. And then we're going to let them sit for a bit before we then put some extras on. So they can now sit. They're nicely mixed up. I'm going to give my hands a little wash. Put them down there. You see them? We'll get the normal camera girl back soon.
I know, apologies, I'm very out of practice.
Camera lady, camera person, whatever. We love Andy.
Oh, look, she's not here and you're getting her name wrong.
Or Andrea. Oh, speaking of which, a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I think we mentioned this very briefly last week. But Mindful Belly, Paul, we said every time I said Andy, we'd make a donation to the charity, Teddy's charity.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So we did. So Andrea, I think, put 30 quid in. I don't know if she put 30 quid. We did each. So a good amount. But well done, Paul. You finished the London Marathon, which is epic. So well done, Paul. And I think he's on holiday at the moment, so he won't even be here listening to this. Probably shouldn't say that, but I did see a picture of him that he posted on Insta, flying with Summer, their little girl.
Is that the hand sign for a baby?
Yeah, little girl. Little. It's only little. That's a big girl. That's a little girl. Right, let's have a little look in here.
Right, I'm coming.
We're coming the long way around.
I'm so outdated.
Oh, the smell is delish. Can you see it's bubbling away? It's getting to be a thick sauce. Oh. Right. So that is our keema to go in our keema peas. Right.
So what are we doing next?
Those chops got to sit for a few minutes. I'll show
Right.
you these, didn't I? So next we are going to grab our chicken. Our chicken.
I was going to say,
Our goat. There's no chicken today. It's all goat. I'm losing it. So in here, these are chunks of ex-dairy goat meat. It's even got a bit of goat hair in there. I know. Oh, it has. And all I've done is put our normal Tikka dressing on them. So if you look on our website, go into chicken recipes, and in there it's Parmigian's chicken tikka. But I've marinated these. You've seen us do it before, so I haven't made it, but I've marinated them. What we're going to do is put those on skewers. So let me, you stay there. I'm going to grab this plate. I'm going to take these and put them on. And we're going to cook them on the LetzQ, on the tandoor. So, some people have commented that their chicken falls off these. What I tend to do, don't use... I found when I froze some chicken, its texture changed, so it was a lot less... It tended to slip more easily. But what I do is push these through, which is easier said than done with goat. God, it's tough. And then bend them and then push them through a second time. Does that make sense? So try and put it through so that you're bending the meat around, and that will give it a bit more friction. And it shouldn't fall off. These tandoor skewers I love. They fit both the Big Green Egg and the Kamado Joe and others barbecues that have got the same width top. Put one more bit on there. And they make doing a curry awesome.
Do you want to do a little recap, because we've had several people join?
So things we are cooking while I've thread these. We're cooking some keema goat. We're doing Goatober. Everything is goat. All from Cabrito. You buy straight from their website. So we're doing some keema in that egg. We're then going to use that keema to put in a Keema Naan, and also to do keema peas, which is a nice dish. All of it comes from this great cookbook, the Curry Compendium. So these aren't my recipe. This one is. Well, this is Parmigian, my friend of mine from when I used to work in IT. This is a good messy thing. Don't do it in a light blue jumper. But yeah, so we're doing chicken. Goat.
Sleep deprivation for you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, if you've only just joined, we were up at silly o'clock when our house alarm went off every hour on the hour throughout the night. Must call a service guy. I'm not best popular with Mrs. Meat Smoke Fire. It's alright. She's allowed a grunt once in a while. So yeah. Luckily I fell straight back to sleep each time. That goes down well when you say that. Right, let me just give my hands a little wash. So we're doing chicken tikka, goat tikka, goat Keema Naan, goat and peas. What else are we doing? Oh, we're going to do some naan bread. So this egg, we get hot. We're nearly there, so they can get this warmed up. So on this egg, we're sat at 200. I probably want 220, 250. So I'm going to open it. And we're going to use one of the Big Green Eggs cast iron skillets. This one, I Are we still going?
Oh yes, yeah, back now.
Right, sorry about that. Don't know why we cut out there. You might want a quick look in there.
Oh, yes.
We're back. Sorry about that. We've got a pan. It's a direct heat. Don't know why. We'll have to put another outdoor thing up. So it's one of Big Green Egg's cast iron skillets. We're getting it nice and hot. Want it about 230, 250 degrees, and we're going to make the naan in that. Right, let's take these over. What have you got to remind me, Helen?
Oh, the things on the top.
Oh yeah. So I want this about 220, 250. So if you look, it's roughly there, and I've just used the regulator just to maintain the temperature. And now we're going to put the meat in, which will maintain it. So we're just going to hang it in through the top on the tandoor. And I have got my normal grid in there. Ooh, there we go. Just keep them warm because we're going to cook the lamb chops on there in a bit. But I'm going to get those nice and hot. They're going to take 15, 20 minutes, something like that. So we want this to be 250-ish. Open it a tiny bit. No, 220-ish, sorry. Bang on. Absolutely bang on. So, perfect. Right, back to our lamb. Are you following this? Or is this a bit too fast?
No, it's fine.
Cool. So, our lamb's had about 5 minutes with all our spices on it. And now we want to add the sweet and sour bit to it. So in here I've got about 4 tablespoons of mango chutney. And in here I've got concentrated tamarind juice. Now it's really quite sour. So you can use tamarind paste, which I have got inside. You probably don't need much more than that. A tablespoon of this stuff. It's going to be sour. Nice sour.
That's a dessert spoon.
Yeah, but you know, it's close. Whatever. I've just mixed that up, but never mind. So I'm just going to give this a little whiz. Get those muddled together, and then we'll add our chops in and get those muddled in. Now these aren't going to take very long to cook at all. So what I'm hoping to do is cook that. There we go. Look at those. So these are the ones that can now sit and marinate, and you preferably want to do them overnight, which we'll try and do.
So would you like to say hello to
And here's some we did earlier.
Richard?
Oh, it's Misty Ricardo on.
Yes.
Hey, morning, Richard. We're doing your keema peas, your lamb, but they're goat, sweet and spicy. I can't remember the name of the recipe. It's in there, but anyway, chops. We're doing some naan that we're going to do on the egg. We've got some tikka, so we've just put those some goat tikka, and we'll probably put that in a curry later. But I just haven't got time to do all of that. But yeah, we've got some chops there, so we're going to cook these in a little bit. I'll just pop them over here. You find where you are, and we'll get some of our naan breads ready. What are people laughing at?
No, it's me just laughing because I was like ready to go. And
yeah, let me move these out of the way. Right, let me just give the board a little wipe down. I'm going to move my book out the way because I don't want to get it covered in food.
Morning, Ash.
Morning, Ash. Ash Brinsford.
Yeah. So Phil Nurse has said
you might see I've marked my board this week.
Oh.
Don't leave your wok on top of your board; it'll mark it. So I've got to sand it down now. Yeah, we washed it last week, left it on there because I was too lazy to put things away, and I've marked it. So
several people have said, can you do a cook with Misty Ricardo? So we'll have to reach out.
Richard, we would love you to come here and Mr. Ricardo and cook with us. I think we'd have a laugh, and we could also do a class because I know Ash and Phil and others would love to spend the day cooking with you. We do lots of classes; they're great customers. But yeah, I bet those two would love it. Anyway, right, naan breads. So this is my take on another recipe. You've seen us do it before. So in here, 500 grams of plain flour.
So Misty has said he'd love to. Ash has said yes, and Phil said I'm in.
Done. That's it.
So we're sorted
Class
out.
sold out. Yeah. So I'll reach
Steve
it.
WG's in up for it as well.
Oh, Steve WG just lives over the back.
Yeah, I
so
saw him the
perfect.
other day in the village.
Hi, Steve. Last time I saw anything from Steve, he was in Australia. Lucky sod. Anyway, 500 grams of plain flour, not strong white bread, just plain flour. 4 tablespoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half an egg, 100 millilitres of milk. I use full fat, 200 millilitres of water, and you end up with this dough. Now, the raising agent is baking powder, so I probably shouldn't have put it straight on there because now it'll stick. Let's not do that. Let's put a bit of flour in first. So I've tried this, and you can pretty much make it just before you want to use it. I don't know if it's better to make it earlier. I made sticky. I made this about 8 o'clock this morning. Right, we're going to go with 1 normal naan. Pete, let's hang on. Don't burn the keema.
Do you want me to come? I'll come over. Hang on. I'm on my way.
Just look at that. Right, I reckon that's good. See, all the sauce is gone. I'm going to take this off and let it cool down because I don't want to burn it. So,
Do we take it off? Here, you hold the camera.
I'll hold that.
Right.
I'm holding it with very sticky hands.
Where am I putting that?
Just chuck it on the Afia over there. Sorry, peeps, if it's a bit wonky. Yeah, no, that one. Yeah. Just grab the wrong handles. Right, there you go, Helena. Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Oh yeah, we have to get that in. You're welcome.
Right, let's go for a normal naan first. So you want...
So we've had a couple of other people that said they'd be up for a class. Smoking Celt, we're based in just outside Cambridge.
Oh, there you go. Smoking
Celt.
Oh, need to look them up. Them. So I've taken roughly... What did we decide this was the other day? Hockey puck size? I don't know.
What you were talking about there for a minute.
The naan.
Yeah, a bit bigger than a golf ball.
Smaller than a hockey ball. Who knows? Right, but what you want to do is roll it out. I always say this. Why do I always bring out this board with a... Because I love this board, but... Roll it out. Now this one is not going to have keema in. We're going to do one without, just to start it off. Okay?
Phil, how are you getting on with your naan breads? I know they've been...
Phil?
Phil, yeah, I know that he's always had a few challenges. Morning, Sue. And morning to Smoking Lizzie, who's in Wisconsin.
Wow. Morning. Right, just getting a bit of the
And
excess dough
Balfour
off.
Barbecue.
What have I done with that plate? Oh, I used the plate. That was silly. Right.
Do you need another plate?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mum. Can you just grab a
Just a
dinner-sized
normal dinner plate. Thank you. Right, I need I've got a basting brush. Right. This is going to get messy. Probably shouldn't do it here. Let's move that out of the way.
Oh, Sue's in Bewdley. I don't even know where that is.
Where?
Bewdley. B-E-W-D-L-E-Y.
No clue. Right. So we've rolled this out. It's probably about a pound coin thick. I'm going to put some oil over the top of it.
Right, I'm coming in a little bit closer.
Yeah. I should not have done it on that egg over there. But anyway, a bit of oil over the top. Okay. Thank you very much. Just pop it down there. That's great. So oil over the top. Then I've got
Beautifully made.
a tea towel with other tea towels just scrunched up in it. And all we're going to do, pull it over the top of that and stretch it out a little bit.
Mike, are you based in
There you go.
York?
Well, is it called Mike and York?
Yeah.
Thought I recognised the name. Right, egg is at 200 degrees.
Look, okay.
I'm now going to wet this.
You do. Hello.
Yeah. So I've just got water in here, cold water. Get the dough nice and wet, so it's oily underneath, wet on the top. And then I'm just going to flick it into the pan the other way up. So now we've got wet down, oil up. Doesn't matter if you get little wrinkles like that. And you just leave it now and it's going to start to puff up. Hopefully I haven't got
You've
that
got a tea towel on your
Oh
apron,
yeah, I've got
lovely.
a tea towel here. Hopefully. Right. Now it's filthy.
It's okay.
It's going to get dirty, this one.
Yeah.
What should start to happen is that baking powder will start to puff up. It'll start to puff the whole naan up. In a minute, we'll try the keema one where we're going to stuff it inside. So what we'll do is roll it out, fold it, put the keema in the middle, and then roll it out again. We did it the other day with a peshwari naan. So we did it with some almonds and some
desiccated coconut,
and they were good, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey, that one's puffed up. Didn't want it that big, but anyway. Right, give it a few seconds more. What I wanted to do, and I should have done, is melt this. If I could, I'll just put it in here briefly. Remind me I'll put the butter in there, don't burn it.
What?
Right, that one smells like it's burning a little bit, which is good. You want the bottom to crisp up. So now I'm going to take it. I did this bit where I brushed them again, and I found I don't need to do that. So what you're going to do is just flip it over, and it shouldn't fall out, and just put it on the fire the other way up, briefly. Then we need to get over and start that dish. It will be good. Wow, too many things going on at once here.
How's your
That's fine.
goat skewers?
Yeah, I can see that sitting at 230, 240.
Okay.
Should just be crisping up the outside, getting it warmed up. But don't want to overcook it.
No, obviously.
Helena's, if your camera's a bit jerky, Helena had a top-up jab yesterday.
Oh, no, it's not just that. I'm just not used to holding the camera.
Yeah. Right.
Andrea does a great job.
Look at that bad boy.
We weren't planning on doing a cook today, so this is a...
I'm just going to leave that in there briefly. I'm going to grab this pan because it has already started melting. I've just got butter and garlic in here. And I'm just going to baste the top of this. Bit of buttery garlic on the naan.
Oh, it smells good.
Done. I'll just leave in for a second. Now, get a spatula straight underneath, and hopefully it should lift off. Oh, that's got a huge hole.
It's going to be lush.
There you go. First naan bread out. How do I do, Phil? Sorry. Phil struggles with these. I don't know why. Well, he came on a class and we did them.
You shouldn't name and shame people.
No, I
It's
know,
not fair.
but we need to sort it out. I don't get it. But anyway. Right, let's go back over here. So we'll come back and do another naan. I'm just going to leave
Don't
it
be mocking
sitting
one of my faves.
there. Yeah. Oh, he feels lovely. We love him. Right. So,
Bill's sat in his kitchen, he said, just enjoying watching all your hectic barbecue.
oh, I know, it's mad today, Bill. We must catch up. We did speak this week on a text. Not text, on the MSN and stuff. So I'm just putting a normal grid in there. Now, I'm going to make this with our Balti bowl.
Oh, low.
So, Birmingham Balti bowl. So we're going to go in. Start warming that up. I need some oil.
Morning, Big Green Egg Foodie.
So we're going to go in with about 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil again. Seems quite a lot, but that's what needs to be done. Let me just move that out of the way. Get my second set of ingredients. So this is, now we're making the pea part of our dish. So, some onion. It's just a single onion. I've crunched it, I've chopped up, crunchy, and we're just going to get it in there. Now this needs to be a bit hotter than it is, so I'm going to open up. And we'll come back to that in a
I think
second.
you're right, Phil. I think he is under a bit of...
Onion quicker, sprinkle it with a bit of salt.
There you go. I don't think we've got, there is a bit of salt in this recipe, so we could do
Mama's
that.
top tip, apparently.
Yeah, if you want to cook your onion a bit quicker, sprinkle it with a bit of salt. Right, let's get a spatula. This will start cooking reasonably fast because we're directly over the heat. Just I hadn't warmed this bowl up. The egg is coming back up to temperature. Now, if you're going to make Mr. Ricardo's curries, you need 3 things really. You need, I'm covered in dough, should take this off. You need the curry base mix, the spice base mix, which is dead easy. It's coriander, cumin, some garam masala, tiny bit of garam masala, lots of turmeric and some chili powder. It's 5 different things, that's it. Yeah, you might you're under the drippy corner. It didn't get you. You need a base gravy. Now this is the base gravy.
This is the business.
And it needs a little bit of water in there. This one's quite thick, so I'll go and add a bit of water in. I made this morning. So you need the base gravy, you need the base curry mix, and you need lots of garlic and ginger paste, which we've already talked about. Right. So this, starting to soften. I need it a bit hotter. Let me just open the bottom up a little bit more. Open the top up. I'm going to try and catch that. Let's have a quick look at our Tikka. Just have a quick look. Might need to turn it down at the bottom. I've opened it up too much. But you should be able to see.
I'm just going to come on the other side because the sun's right in there.
Okay. Oh, look at that. So up at 60. Now, I don't know what part of the goat these are, so they might be a bit chewy, but what we'll then do is put them in a curry and break them down a bit. So they might, it didn't say whether this was leg or whatever. So we're treating it, we're cooking it hot and fast as though we could eat it fairly rare. But if it turns out it's shoulder meat or leg meat, then we can cook it in a curry sauce for a bit longer, and that'll break it down and make it a lot more tender. Make sense? Right, come back to that. Right, come on. Right, these are starting to soften. They should be a little bit softer than that, but in the interest of time, we're going to go for it. So I'm going to now put in 2 tablespoons, or a tablespoon and a half, of garlic and ginger paste, and we'll get that. Oh yeah, it's starting to sizzle. We'll get that going through. We want to just give that about 45 seconds. Oh, I'm excited. Richard will come and do a class. So this is all about the style of cooking is British Indian restaurant cooking. So it's not, it's how our restaurants would cook these styles of dishes, and that is using these base curry sauces. So in that, it's a lot of onions. What are you giggling at? So
Lammy's Food has put, is your mum drinking rosé before noon? Legend. Yes.
Yeah. It's part of the show. She at 11:30 every Saturday.
So
we
do you
get
want to do a little cheers for the camera, Mum?
Yeah.
Cheers.
We didn't have time to sort her out a cocktail. We were going to start doing a series of Mama's cocktails, but she's just gone straight for the
rosé fizz today.
I'm not fussy.
Rosé prosecco. Sorry, I'm just getting this up to temperature. I shouldn't have closed it down so much. But yeah, Mama. If you look back at any of the previous 92 cooks, I think she's been here for the majority of them, drinking at 11:30 in the morning.
Or if not outside, inside.
Yeah. She's if it's too cold for her outside, we will put her in the lounge but still feed her winter warmers. Well, we've got the fire on, so
yeah.
Fire's looking good. Right, here we go.
Right, I'm going to come the other side of you, darling.
So they are starting to soften. Our garlic and coriander, ginger breaking down. Now into there we have some kasuri methi, some fenugreek leaves. We've got some chili powder. We've got some salt. We've got some turmeric. We've got some. Can't remember what that one is, but it's all that from the recipe. And then we've got some of our base curry sort of mix. So we're going to pop all of those in. Now this is where it can start. You want to get the flavours going, but it can start to get. Look at the colour. That's the turmeric in there. If your egg starts getting a bit hot, just shut the lid. But what we want to start doing is getting that going. And then in here, I've got these are coriander stalks. So if you go to your local Asian supermarket, you'll be able to buy coriander and have all stalks on.
And it's
so much better, lasts longer, cheaper
than major supermarkets.
I buy a huge wads and it lasts like 2 and a bit weeks, whereas you buy it from the supermarket in those tiny little packets and it just disappears. Now if that starts to burn, I should have brought a ladle. I've got it in a tippy jug, haven't I? What you can do, I'm just going to put some water in it.
Okay.
Just a sec.
I can't tell you how good this smells.
Just walk through a cobweb.
Checking. That's the Keema mince.
Yeah. So I've just watered it down a tiny bit. So if it starts to burn, you can add a little bit of the base sauce and then give it a zhuzh. And that will just help, missed you, Just help with those spices. So next I'm going to put in my coriander stalks, about a tablespoon and a half. Again, the recipes are all in the book. If you haven't got it,
Put it on your Christmas list.
Put it on your Christmas list. It is epic. It's probably the most used cookery book we've got, and that's saying something. Right, what we want to do then is put a bit more base sauce in.
Yeah, Kel, that's exactly what we do. We make a kind of batch of our base curry sauce, and then we freeze it so we can just take it out during the.
And there are other base sauces out there. So this is the one from the book. I know that Richard has already, or Mr. Ricardo has already updated. And as I think there's another recipe online, curry sauce 2. There's other. If you get on the forums, there are other people doing them. Not tried any of them. This one we just love. It just works. So, and what you're looking for, can you see it's all starting to bubble? We want it to burn a little bit.
Calls it craters.
Craters, yeah. So we'll do that. Driving off some of that liquid. We'll put some more liquid in. So you're probably going to put this in 3 steps. Oh, look at that. Right, what else have we got going on that I haven't burnt yet? Those are good. We need to get the chops on. Those are probably good to come out.
And Richard has also said that there is a 30-minute base in the book as well, so you can make it quite quickly if you want to.
And if you've got a pressure cooker...
I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry, I just set my watch off.
If you've got a pressure cooker or something like that, then you can make it faster.
Some help, or you're right.
I'm going to just pop them on here for now.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah. So that is our goat Tikka. It's up over 60 degrees, nearly approaching 70 degrees. So we're going to take it over. Right. The reason I want to do that is because I want that egg back now.
Okay.
I need to go and check that.
You go and do that. I'm just going to give them a little...
I'm just going to take the top off, put the regulator back on. So the tandoor ring's coming off.
Okay, sorry, I'll come back. The tandoor rings come off, putting the regulator back on.
Yeah, so this is the tandoor ring. It'd be hot, but this is... I haven't got my glove on properly, but it just sort of sits on the top and then you can hang the skewers from it. So in here, just got the normal grid. So those chops, do we get a set of time? So how are we doing for time?
12:13.
Cool. So I'm just going to go direct with these, give them 2 or 3 minutes, then we'll flip them over. I mean, treat them like a steak. Right, quickly to this one, and then we need to do a Keema Naan.
Morning, John. How are you?
John Pritchard.
It's all
Morning, John.
about the goat today. So we're just making the sauce that goes with our keema.
Don't need too much more, so we'll go a little bit more. I'm going to get some goat from behind you.
It's behind you.
Is it hot? No, we're good. So I only need about a third of this. So that's going to go in. Probably about a third, 200 grams. That we can then bring over here to go in our dal.
Okay, so the book, Rich, is...
Curry Compendium,
The Curry Compendium.
by Mr. Ricardo.
Yeah, and
if you go onto our website, into the book reviews, it's in there. So top right-hand menu, reviews, book reviews, it's in there. If you click on that link, it takes you to buy it from Amazon. We get a few quid back.
And then
a few pence.
He's also asked where can you buy the adapted skewer egg top?
It's called the tandoor ring. We sell it. It's LetzQ tandoor ring, so it's on Meat, Smoke, Fire on our website. If you're in the UK, then that's where to get it. Right, there's our goat.
When do you put the peas in?
Peas are going to go in right at the end.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to turn it down a tiny bit. I'm going to check my chops. Then we'll make a Keema Naan. Let's just flip that in there a little bit more. Oh, they smell delish. Now, you can put food colouring in there. I chose not to. I don't think we need that. But yeah. Right. So while that's got a minute, let's get another naan done. So we'll see how we can do with this. So ball size. And all I do, I twist it and fold it in. It just brings it into a...
Do you want to do that again?
So I just pull and fold it in, pull and fold it in, pull and fold it in. Just keep turning it and it'll bring it into a ball shape. Nice
also good
flour.
if you're making a pizza base.
Yeah. Not keema already in there. So here, this will be, how are we doing? We're a bit warm over there. Anyway, we'll go for it. We're going to put a lot of wet, cold wet. It'll just rise faster. So, what I probably want is a longer, thinner shape.
So for those that are just joining, we've already done a garlic and garlic
Fly
naan,
sitting on nicely.
and we have done some goat on the
Here we
table.
go.
Right, and now we're about to make a keema naan.
We're going to try it. So we're going to take some of this keema goat. We don't need too much. We've not done this before, so this could be a disaster.
And a big fail.
We liked it. We did it with
Did it with the peswar, it works all
Yeah.
right.
so you can see it there.
Let me just come over a little bit. Yeah.
I'm going to go for that shape. It's about the right thickness. I don't want to do it because the mint is quite the
Mince.
It's quite, mince is mince quite coarse. So a little bit of oil over the top. Brush it. Get my little paddy thing. I can't remember what you call them.
No, I can't remember what you call that little cushion.
A little cushion. You can buy proper ones, but this works. Oil side down.
Right, coming over.
Cold water over the top, just to wet it, make it
But you
sticky.
do make it quite wet, don't
Oh,
you?
it's very wet.
Yeah.
And it goes everywhere. This is like feels like glue. And then into our rubbish. I forgot about the oil. Oh well, we burnt that. Let me take that out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Put it down on the garden.
Oh, that's what
we can smell. Right. While that's doing, quickly, I want to churn these goat chops.
Right.
Oh,
Other side, other side.
These are smelling great. So turn them out. Oh, look at those. Fat's bubbling away beautifully. Softening up perfectly. Right. Going down. Back. How's our peas? Going to run over, aren't they? Or a little bit more. Don't know where. I think this one might fall off. But if it does, it falls off.
Well, I'm sure Phil would be delighted to know that you've had a...
Yeah. Get a nice crispy bit on the bottom.
And actually the burny bits go quite caramelised.
You need that water in there to make the burny bits. It's getting slippy down here, so watch it. Puffed up as well, but I'm going to flip it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so you can see it's sticking. Put it in gently. Now, rather than try and stick it on the outside of your egg and all that soot, do it this way. It's a lot easier. So another 30, 40 seconds. We'll see how we go. Right. That. Probably need to put the peas in while that's doing its 30 seconds. Oh, look at that. Oh. Peas going in. So 120 grams of... They were frozen. They're now not frozen.
I believe they're petit pois.
They're petit pois in our house. I like petit pois. I get through tons of things. That. I'm going to give that 2 seconds while we get this naan off.
I've been dying to try this one.
Yeah. Where have I put my spatula? There we go. Right.
The big reveal.
Yeah.
The big reveal. Dun,
We
dun,
might need to
dun.
practice this a bit more, but you get the idea.
Ooh.
Oh, right, it's a bit warmer now. Burn it a little bit. Oh. Turn it round. Sorry, shouldn't have gone and done the other bit. There we go. All right, we need to practice that one. We'll hide it under the other. No, I'll put it on the top.
I think it'll be fine.
That'll be all right.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Smells good.
What we'll do is rip it apart in a minute. I'll make another one for camera afterwards.
Phil
No.
says, no, Phil says, welcome to my world.
Yeah. Sorry, Phil. Right. Oh, chops.
Let's just go back over and have a look at these goat chops.
Just under 54. That's what we want. 52. They're going to carry on cooking a bit. I'm going to pull those out. That one's a bit slower. 48. I don't want these to. I want these to be a little bit pink. I'm going to pull them. They're going to continue cooking a little bit. So let's put those like that. And they will definitely continue cooking. Sorry, they'll definitely continue cooking if you stack them up. So the heat's going to go through them. So I always say don't stack your steaks, but hey, right. Get our peas. Need some space. Let's move our naan. Move our. I'll go that way. I'm going to put it directly on there now. Or should I put my heat-proof mat on?
Well, I think we probably should.
Where do I put it?
I've no idea. Should you actually bring it in?
I don't know. Don't know what I've done with it. Let's take this off. It shouldn't be over. It shouldn't be too hot. Oh,
Oh, hello, George, sorry.
you seen it?
I was admiring the board.
Right. Look at that.
Cool, that with a naan is going to be lovely.
Oh, my curry. We should have done some rice. Anyway, I'll put it set off for a second. Just let it cool down a tiny bit on the bottom. What I don't want to do is burn our lovely board. So, let's have a quick. There's nothing on there, is there? Nothing on. No, I'll make more naan. Let's pull this in half. Oh, it feels lush. I'm going to say that's not. Oh, that's really good.
You're just eating it for yourself. You're not even going to share with your trusty team.
There you go, camera lady.
Thanks.
Let's give this bit to Mama.
Oh my gosh, it's really...
Well, we just have to rip a bit off. Right. Tiny bit of coriander. So here's. Right.
Nice.
There we go. Put that on there. A little bit of coriander. Should have got red chilli to go with those. They're looking lush. Tiny bit over. So there you have it. Right. I've run over a little bit.
12:23.
But we've got naan breads done in the big green egg in the cast iron pan. We've got some chicken. Goat tikka done using the LetzQ tandooring on our site. We've got a keema peas with chunks of onion, and it looks amazing, but with goat meat. And we've got some goat chops. So, not a bad cook. I want to cut into one of those, but we should take some photos first and then taste them. So we'll let you know what they're like. Hope you've enjoyed that. Next week is... Do we know what we're doing next
And I don't think we know what I don't think we've got a plan for next
week?
week.
We are back next week. This was the one that we weren't going to do, but we're back next week. This is lush. Well, apart from I burnt the bottom a bit, but just I got that egg too hot. It's perfect now. We'll make another one and take some photos.
Thanks, Steve.
Just try not to do as many things at once. Anyway, thank God we didn't try and do a curry. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you for watching. Lots more LetzQ stock should come in this week or next week, I'm hoping. Although the government have yet again changed the import rules and processes, and
No one needs to know about that.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, and if there's anything you need, give us a shout. I'm not around on Tuesday. I'm playing golf on Tuesday, but other than that, feel free to contact us. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to us on YouTube because it really helps. And here is, I'm getting waved at, she's this week's cook. So again, Keema Naan. We did Peshwari before. This is a garlic and herb. We've got our goat Tikka. We've got our goat keema peas and our goat chops, all done for Goatober. So hopefully you've enjoyed that and it will give you some ideas. Obviously you can do it all with lamb, but try goat. Go to Cabrito, try it from James's online shop. So perfect. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.
And now.